All right, Shalom Yasharal. I'm going to start out by giving infinite honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Harakakadash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone. A salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashiach, Yahushua, pushing his beloved truth in his fine hour. Shalom to you, brothers. This one I'm going to go in about, man, just stand on your watch, stand circumspect, the days of evil, and don't let these seducing, beguiling spirits jump on you. That's why Paul taught us when he wrote to the church in Thessalonica, he told us to pray without ceasing. And when you pray to the Lord, you're asking the Lord to protect you from the wiles of the wicked one. All right, because this battle, this war that we're in is a mental warfare. And you got to ask the Lord to don't let these seducing spirits take you away, and for him not to take his Holy Spirit away from you, because we're in a fine hour, man. And these spirits are riled up. They're fulfilling prophecies, and they elect men. We have to apply the things that we've learned in this fine hour. I don't want righteous out, we're in that righteous number. And the Lord wrote these things, put the spirit and prophets to write these things aforetime for us, okay? So these are some script precepts I'm about to bring out to keep our minds right in this fine hour, man, because, man, you got a lot of off wicked shit going on in this fine hour. I'm talking about in the midst of the church, in the midst of believers, people that know they're Israelites. You got guys coming with off doctrines that taught sound doctrine for years, you know. You got men that ran well, you know, and they end up getting bewitched like the church in Galatia. So you have to pray to the Lord and ask him to keep your fire burning, and don't snuff out your candle, man, because it can happen. All right? A wise man learns from the folly of other men's offenses and transgressions. You see what happened to another man. All right, if you wise, all right, let me do this so this don't happen to me. Let me set my mind all right so this don't happen to me, okay? This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. All right, and a thief, when it comes unawareingly, all right? A thief come when you're not expecting him to come. When you're at ease. What the Lord say? When they shall say peace and safety, then I will come upon them. All right, a thief waits till you have your defenses down to come in and spoil a strong man. All right, so our great King told us to be circumspect. All right, pray without ceasing and stay diligent. All right, so the thief don't come in and overtake you suddenly and surprisingly. All right, that's why you have to walk in the spirit and give no occasion to the flesh. All right, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed if he that watcheth. Okay, and how do you watch? You look at the news. All right, you funnel the things that you see in the news through the scriptures. You pray without ceasing. All right, you do your videos. All right, you stay locked in with the brotherhood. All right, and you don't be unequally yoked with these niggas in this world, man. All right, that's how you watch. All right, we'll watch. What are you watching for? These prophecies to come to pass. You locked in to this ministry. You locked in the prophecy. All right, that's how you watch. Okay. Blessed is he that watching. The Lord say, blessed is the man that do these things, okay? And the opposite of a blessing is a curse. And if you're not doing these things, you're going to be cursed, all right? If you're being idle in the marketplace, all right, the Lord is going to deal with you, all right? And keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they shall see his shame. And when you're not locked in, when you're not diligent, all right, seducing spirits come in, all right? When you're not shining that blessed breastplate of righteousness, that helmet of salvation, all right, that shield of faith, okay? What happens to you? These seducing spirits come in, they get in your mind. If you're dealing with women too much, okay, if you at your job too much, if you're just doing with the affairs of this world too much, okay, this world will wear you down. So you have to always be locked and loaded in this ministry, man, and keep going to that power source, or the next thing you know, you'll be going astray. You have a lot of people going astray, man. Okay, you don't want that to be us, man. All right. This is the book of Zechariah, and I'm gonna go to the 3rd chapter. Bear with me. This is Zechariah 3:3. And it's written. All right. Now now Joshua, you also pronounce that Yahushua, was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the ancient. Now these garments represent the doctrine you live in according to. All right, the mindset you're in. Okay, filthy garments represent you living the westernized way, the American way. You got an American mindset. All right, you want to go. You bringing Christmas trees in your house. If you bringing a Christmas tree in your house, you're wearing filthy garments. Okay, if you going to your family and exchanging gifts for Christmas, you're participating in the heathen custom Saturnalia. That's a filthy garment you're wearing. If you calling on Jesus Christ, that's a filthy garment you're wearing. All right, this is our Lord talking metaphorically to his church, man. All right, he's not talking about a literal garment that's clean or dirty. All right, your garments is your mindset that you're in, the philosophies you live according to, the doctrine you're adhering to. Okay, and in the ancient world, the high priest Joshua was going off. So the Lord said he had on filthy garments and stood before the angel. And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And before we came in this ministry, we had on filthy garments, okay? We was eating pork, eating shrimp. We was calling ourselves African Americans, all right? We was partaking in the ways of the heathen, going to voting booths, so on and so forth. All right, and the Lord is taking away them filthy garments away from us. All right, now he's put us in garments unspotted, all white. All right, this is the glorious gospel. Okay, and unto him he said, behold, I have caused the iniquity to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with a change of raiment. And he said, let them set a fair mitre upon his head. All right, and that fair mitre upon his head, metaphorically speaking, is the apostles' doctrine that the elder apostles of Great Millstone has given to us. All right, that's that fair mitre. Hey, look, let's cleanse that stinking thinking he had. All right, let's renew his mind through the washing of the word, and those are those clean garments we're wearing right now. All right, and that's what the Lord did, the high priest Yahushua, Joshua, in the ancient world. Okay, he was going off. The Lord forgave him of his sins. All right, and set his mind back aright. All right, and then the Lord put those fair, comely garments, priestly garments upon him, metaphorically speaking. All right, so they set a fair mitre upon his head and clothed him with garments, and the angel stood by. Okay, and that's what the Lord is doing for us right now in this final hour, man. We having a whole lifestyle change. We become new men, all right? We become new creatures, all right? We have on clean garments, all white. Long as you're not partaking in the ways of the customs of the heathen, and you're not living a double life, all right? When Yahushua present us to the Lord, all right, we're gonna have the Lord look at us as garments without spots or blemishes. All right. But as soon as you start going off believing in other doctrines, then you have on filthy garments. And in this final hour, those seducing spirits getting on men and having men just going completely out of their rockets. We had a guy amongst us. I mean, this dude is calling on Macaroni, Macaroni, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, whatever the fuck them niggas be saying, man. Nigga totally off, man. And that guy was amongst us. And look, he was running well for a season. But them seducing spirits got on him. And now he's calling on some Macamara, some bullshit. I don't even know how to pronounce the shit. All right? That's what he's let another man take his crown. He was talking to a guy that was exiled from the body. You're not supposed to do that. And then those seducing spirits jump from off that nigga up on him. And he let that man steal his crown. Okay? You have a lot of that going on right now in this final hour. So the days are evil. Okay? You have to pray without ceasing. This is I'm not going to be long. Lord just put this on my mind to do it. Revelation chapter 3, verse 4, and it's written, thou hast a few named even in Sardis. All right, and these were those churches in Asia Minor. All right, and the Lord was through the Spirit that He put on the beloved brother John the Revelator. These are a bunch of warnings. All right, that our great king gave to the various churches in Asia Minor. And this is what he said to the church in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments. All right. Why they didn't defile their garments? Because they was teaching what they were taught. Let me show you why they didn't, how they didn't defile their garments. All right. This is Acts 2:42. This is how they go. This is why their garments weren't defiled. All right. Acts 2:42. And they continue steadfastly in apostles' doctrine. They taught what they were taught. Teach what you were taught. And they held fast into their doctrine. As soon as you go up to the right of the light, right to the left, one jot or one tittle, guess what? Your garments are not all white no more. So they continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship and in the breaking bread and prayers. All right? That's how you keep those garments clean and white. You teach what you were taught. All right? You don't deal with these other doctrines. You don't deal with men that believe other doctrines. Okay? Because that seducing spirit, it'll get on you. It'll get on you. Okay? All right? I'm going to read it again. Revelation 3:4. Thou has a few names in Sardis which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. Okay? And you are found worthy when you hold fast to this doctrine, because in the book of Timothy, our beloved brother Paul wrote Timothy. He said, hold fast to the doctrine, because you will be able to save yourself and them that hear thee. And that's how you become worthy in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, by holding fast to this doctrine. All right? He that overcometh, the same shall be in white raiment. All right? Unspotted, unblemished. All right? This doctrine is a cleansing agent. It purifies us. Okay? All right? It washes us from that filth we learned here in America. And I would not blot out his name in the book of life. All right? But when you go changing up the doctrine, living it away according to other philosophies, you let them seducing spirits consume you, your name gonna get blotted out of the book of life, man. Yahweh Shema Shah forbid. That shit is scary, man. But I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels, man. And that's what we want. That's what we laboring for, man. That's what we praying for. All right? We want the Lord to hold us down, man. So we therefore have to take heed to what he's given us. He gave this doctrine to the Presbyterian, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and what they've given us, we have to hold it and keep it. All right? And teach other men also what we've been given. That's how you keep your garments clean, man, and live according to it, of course. Not just be hearers of the word, but also doers of the word. All right? This is the book, The Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, the 24th verse. Let me see, is that what I want? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. All right? This doctrine, the Lord likened this doctrine to water. All right? In the book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, he say the church was cleansed through the washing of water by the word. The word is the water. All right? So this is pure cleansing water. It's a cleansing agent. All right? The Lord also likened it to fire. Fire and water cleanses, okay? All right? That's what wisdom does to a man. For she is the breath of the power of Yahweh. All right? So this doctrine is the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua given to us men. All right? And when you go off from it to the left or to the right, you're no different than the heathen round about us. So you have to keep your garments clean. You have to stay locked in, all right? Or the next thing you know, you're going to be calling on Jesus Christ, most blessed. You're going to be around brothers and having demons jumping on you, thinking brothers got issues with it when they don't even have them, and you're not even man enough to bring it to their attention, so that if they all offending you, they could tell you Salakia. You know, you got some fucked up shit going on in this fine hour, and it's really not fucked up because the Lord say these things will happen. You shouldn't be alarmed when you see men that were laboring next to you and just bugging out. One day they're going hard, the next day they're bugging out. We have to learn from these things, okay? All right? For she is the breath of the power of Yahweh Bashim Abashai, and pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore, can no defiled thing fall into her. Okay? So when you teach something contrary and you're doing things contrary, you have become defiled. Your garments are defiled. You have a lot of that going on right now. That's why we make these epistles, man, to give, the Lord say, give them warning for me. All right? And we don't only do it for other brothers, we do it for ourselves. When we see these things happen, it brings fear upon the church, man. Like, goddamn. Et tu, brute? Not you too, Brutus. The fuck? Okay? All right, where was I? Salakia. Verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any more. Wait, I read that. Salakia. Verse 26. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh and the image of his goodness. His goodness. All right? So for us to be unspotted and untainted from the world, we got to keep this doctrine. And I hate to sound redundant saying the same thing over and over, but you got to drill it in. Repetition is the father of learning. Okay? What keep us pure, what keep us is undefiled, is the doctrine that the apostles, elder apostles of Great Millstone have blessed us with, that the Lord gave to them to give to us. This gift, this glorious gospel. Okay? For these seducing spirits not to get on us, you have to study the scriptures and live according to it daily and do what it tells you to do. All right? For if she is, in verse 26, for she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things. And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new. All right? We become all, and we had on the defiled garments once. But the Lord gave us these pure, brand new, fresh garments of all white when he gave us this gospel, when he gave us this apostles' doctrine, man. We're a new creature. We fresh up out the plastic. We brand new. That's what them youngsters be saying. When you get this glorious gospel, you're a brand new. You're a new creature. You're a new man. You don't move how you will move. You don't think like a degenerate no more. You're not rocking out like a peasant. All right? The Lord said he's raising up a nation of kings, man. You have a kingly, priestly, orderly mindset. All right? You're not like a fucking heathen. Okay? For she is the brightness of everlasting light, unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh, the image of his goodness, and being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she making all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls. She make them friends of Yahweh and prophets. Okay? This is what wisdom does to you, man. It purifies you, it cleanses you, all right? And it makes you friend with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Now, what happens when you get away from this doctrine? You're an enemy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua when seducing spirits overtake you. For Yahweh loved none but him that dwell with wisdom. All right? So this doctrine that we get when you get away from this, if Lord loves them that dwell with wisdom, how does the Lord feel about a man that gets away from this doctrine? All right? And go put on other garments. The Lord hates them. The Lord ain't dealing with them. Okay? And seducing spirits are jumping on men and having them go astray. Some scared shit, man. Okay? All right? This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2. Let's start at verse 9. All right, it's written. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation and reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness despise government, despise order, man. All right, the Lord has raised up the elder apostles of Great Millstone to watch over our souls, and then you get men that learn from them and get to a certain level, and then start despising them and calling the men that are down with order, start telling those men you're men pleasers. But what's that say about the men that follow you? Are you gonna call them men pleasers? We believe what we were taught. You don't believe what we were taught no more. But if the men come and believe believe what you're teaching, you ain't gonna call them men pleasers. That's hypocrites, man. That's hypocrite shit. Just because you don't believe and brothers don't see something the way you said, you let a reject, reprobate spirit jump on you, that don't mean we are men pleasers because we not a horn after this folly you're going after. Just agree to disagree. And the time of threshing come, we're going to know who's right and wrong. All right? And we know who's right and wrong. All right? Okay? Presumptuous are they, self-willed, and they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. All right? They are the apostles of great millstone of dignities. A lot of men are going out once a week, putting on their garments, bringing out this stick, all right, and teaching, because why? Where did they get that from? The men, the dignitaries that they're speaking against. Okay? Elder Ariah went off, you know, but I've never heard the other apostles just go in on them. They just touch on the things that he taught, that's off, and they deal with that. But just disrespecting those men, speaking evil of these dignitaries, all right, because a fucking lunatic spirit jumped on you, you're going to get judged for that shit, okay? And we living in a time of threshing, a time of judgment. The Lord is about to start bringing swift judgment on those that got away from this doctrine, okay? This doctrine is everything. Whereas angels, which are great in power and might, bring not no rarely accusations against them before the Lord, all right? Angels, we're supposed to follow suit as them, man. It's a way to do things decently in order. All right, you don't believe something, go your own fucking way. Go do your own thing. Don't start scoffing and talking shit and ridiculing the Lord. The Lord said he's gonna make the peoples of the earth revere his priests. Okay? He said he's not gonna put our teachers in the corner no more. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the dynamic that happens for people to start revering his priests and honoring his servants? All right, he's gonna start have to bring in judgment on those that come against him, and the things that those his servants have been out here saying was gonna happen before it happened people are gonna see it, and they're gonna start humbling themselves, saying the Lord is with these men. Everything they said was gonna happen ended up happening. And woe to you that have gone astray in the way of Balaam and Balak, trying to lay stumbling blocks for men, younger brothers and stuff, all right? The Lord got your asses. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil things that they understand not, and utterly shall perish in their own corruption. All right, these are prophecies being fulfilled. That's why you shouldn't be alarmed when you see men go astray. Men that know they're Israelites. Men that had the proper doctrine. Okay? When these men are doing that, they're fulfilling prophecy. All right? Don't let your feathers get ruffled. This come with the territory. All right? And shall receive a reward of unrighteousness, as they counted pleasure to riot in the day. Spots they are, and blemishes, all right? Their garments are unclean. You got spots and blemishes in the motherfucker when you go off on this doctrine. Themselves, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. They are amongst brothers one day, and before they go off and decide to show their horns, all that time they was around, brothers, they had issues. They was believing other things, all right? I've seen it in my tenure in this ministry. A guy don't just up and go off one day. All right. He was amongst you 5, 4, 6, 7, 8 months, probably a year, believing some other shit. And it just came out that one day. All right. So when they sporting with you, breaking bread, feasting with you, they're being deceitful. The deceitful man have many trains. And then up one day, he done had enough. Fuck it, I'm going to teach this. Then when he making scoffing videos, I never believed that. Then you a damn fool. Okay. Having eyes full of adultery, all right, and you're a spiritual adulterer when you deal with another doctrine. That makes you an adulterer, okay? That cannot cease from sin because you're going off. When you live according to lies and you teach other men also, all right, you're a transgressor, all right? Our great king said, you either with me or against me. You either gathering the flock or spreading it abroad. So if you spreading it abroad, you're a transgressor. You're, like the book of Titus say, you're teaching things you ought not. Your mouth must be stopped, and the Lord is going to stop it. Beguiling unstable souls, taking half a camp away. They had one guy down here before he left, he hit brothers up, asking the brothers to come with him. Bitch ass niggas, man. If you don't believe, go do your own thing. What you trying to take men away from? You trying to take a third of the angels away from you? Man, these dudes is wild, man. We living in some wild days, man. Foul ass niggas, man. Go do your own thing. What you trying to get other men, conjure up other men? But the men that do follow suit and get beguiled by those spirits, hey, that was the Lord had it. Had that plan from since the beginning of the time, according to 2 John, the 2nd chapter. All right. If they was with us, they would still be with us. Me roughly paraphrasing. 1 John 2:19. All right. For beguiling unsatisfied souls and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. All right. These men bring curses upon themselves. They don't even know it. But when the day of judgment come, when the time of threshing come, they will know it. Which have forsaken the right way. Hey, we've been given the right way. We've been given the doctrine of life, okay? When a demon going on you and you say salvation is for everybody, the heathen can make it. The name of Yahweh doesn't matter, all right? The 12 chart wrong, all right? You forsaken the right way and gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bozrah, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. All right, you have a lot of that going on, man. But the beautiful thing about it, we're living in a time of judgment, man. When the Lord judges that purges evil away from Israel. We're living in a time of purging evil out of Israel. And the only men that's going to be left standing is those elect men that held fast to this glorious gospel. Okay? But was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumbass speaking with man voices forbade manners of the prophet. But the way the Lord going to rebuke these guys in his final hours is by killing men. He going to kill men. All right? Now, it's not for me to say if the Lord might give some brothers, some guys that went off a Damascus experience, have mercy on them and let them come back. All right? But hey, we know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Two things for certain. If you don't get right and he don't show you mercy, he's going to kill you. All right? He's going to let all these judgments overflow and these pestilence, these famines, and this sword cleave to you. You're not going to have a covering. Okay? These are wells without water. Anybody that's not teaching the doctrine that the men of Great Millstone teach, they are wells without water. All right? In a time of drought, you can't go there and get refreshed because you're learning lies. Okay? Clouds that are carried away with the tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. To the mist of judgment is reserved for men who do such things, man. All right? And that's the times we're living in. All right? You got to keep thy garments. Keep your garments. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3. And it's written, remember without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience and hope and Hamashiach Yahweh anointed in the sight of Yahweh and our Father. Okay? So you have to pray without ceasing. All right? Stay locked in, looking at the news. All right, all these rumors of war, so on and so forth. You gotta know them that labor amongst these. So you gotta be locked in with the body. All right, you gotta pray day in and day out, night and day. Okay, so you can keep your garments unstained from this world. This world is wicked and it's deceitful. Okay, and you have to labor in this thing of ours. All right, you have to be a diligent soldier. All right, knowing, brethren, beloved, your election of Yahweh. This is what the Lord raised us up to do. Okay? For our gospel came not to you in word only, but also in power and in the Holy Ghost and in much assurance, as you know what manner of men we were among you for your sake. So, our elder apostles, we follow them. We do what they do. Paul told the church in Corinthians, be ye followers of me as I am of Yahweh. So we do what our apostles do, just like the early church did what Paul did. That don't make you a man pleaser. That means you're about order. Because we don't agree with what you what you believe we man pleasers. But the men that are following you, they not man pleasers. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's some reprobate shit. We are followers of the elder apostles of Great Millstone as they are followers of Hamashiach Yahushua, man. That's the Lord's prescribed order. Don't get mad at us. Don't take it out on us because we're about order. The Lord ain't raise you up and make you Lord over us, man. The Lord used the apostles to raise your wicked ass up. All right? These dudes are going off their rockers, man, in this final hour. But hey, that's prophecy being fulfilled. Okay? And I'm going to leave off on this one. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 8. And it's written, and to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen. That's talking about the Lord's elect. All right? That bride. Okay? That Apostle Paul espoused to Yahushua as a chaste virgin. All right? He's the groom. All right? And he said, and she would be arrayed in fine linen. That's this doctrine. All right? That's what purifies us and keep us white. Clean and white. All right? You're clean and white when you don't partake in these other doctrines, these other philosophies, and you don't have nothing to do with men that get seducing spirits on them. All right? You stay away from them. Okay? For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. Okay? The fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. All right? And let's see what makes us righteous. Let's see what makes us righteous. All right? Let me get the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 1. It is written, there is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in the Mashiach Yahushua, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. All right? This doctrine is spiritual that we have. This doctrine is the reason we have on white linen. All right? This doctrine is the reason there's no condemnation on us. Okay? This doctrine, when you live according to it, is what make you righteous. I'm going to leave off with another precept that backs that up. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. And it clearly says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shall both save thyself and them that hear thee. So this doctrine is everything. Okay? And when you get away from this doctrine, you're a dark nigger. All right? You're a reprobate nigger. Reprobate silver shall men call him. Okay? All right? I see you live, but now that's a fire scripture you brought out. All right? This is 1 John 2:19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. All right? So a brother that leaves, he was never a brother. All right? He was just playing his part in prophecy. Because if he's a brother, he's going to stay yoked. All right? What is written in Psalms 133? How beautiful it is to see brothers dwell together in unity. So if a brother's teaching something contrary to what you believe, there's no way you could dwell together in unity. So that means he's not a brother. Anybody, the Lord in 1 Corinthians, the first chapter, the Lord told us to speak the same thing. All right? All of us want to be clothed in these white garments. We have to believe the same thing. So if you believe something else, all right, you're not a brother. You're not a brother. You're off. Okay? So with that, I'm going to get infinite honors to my heavenly, out of one righteous out who's edifying to the ears. So with that, I'm going to get infinite honors to my heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Arakakadash, double honors to elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahushua, pushing his beloved truth across the four winds. Shalom to you, brothers. Shalom, Mawam. I see you too, brother. Shalom, Labanai. I see you too, Ak. And shalom to everybody else on the comment board. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakathum. Shalom.